Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I'm ZeldaMaster, and this time we're going to be making our way to the Lanayru province to learn the last part of the Song of Hero. Because last time we learned the second part of the Song of Hero from Eldin, the Fire Dragon, and now it is time to speak to the next dragon, which, yeah, if you couldn't tell, is Lanayru, because, yeah, the dragons are named after the province they, kind of reside in, you know, the province they take care of, the province they protect and guard. So, yeah, this is gonna be the Thunder Dragon Lanayru, which is kind of weird how the element is thunder for this dragon. I mean, I guess it's not really that weird because Lanayru is filled with the time shift crystals and electricity and all of that, so I guess the element for Lanayru would make sense. I mean, I personally think of like sand, but I guess that's not really like an element I could use. I guess you could say like earth, I don't know, but then again the fire would also fall in that category, so I have no idea what I'm trying to think of here when I think of Lanayru as a thunder dragon. I guess it really does fit when you think about it, but regardless, let's just go ahead and land in the West Desert and actually meet this dragon, because we have yet to meet him. I mean, we've met Faron and Eldin, and they have helped us out quite a bit, obviously with the Song of Hero and whatnot, but not too much. This dragon that's up ahead here is going to help us out more with just the Song of Hero, and when I say that, I mean, yeah, it's going to be pretty nice what you can pick up from this dragon. That's why I kind of saved it for last. I feel like it would be smart to go first and kind of like knock this one out if you're playing the game, you know, your own personal run, and you kind of want to have all the most, like, I guess, best weapons and best items at the best points in the game. So if you want to just be geared up at the best points, you know, and as soon as possible and whatnot, then I highly suggest taking on Lanayru first and learning that piece of the Song of Hero first. The reason why I didn't do that is because it just doesn't make sense. The game kind of wants you to start off with Faron, so I'm kind of following the game the way the game wants you to. That and the whole glitch I'm sure you guys might be aware of, and if you're not, it's if you land in I believe behind the sealed grounds instead of in the sealed grounds, you'll never trigger the imprisoned cutscene to happen, and that could end up in the game glitching for good. So yeah, anyways, you are not the only one who knows about the 3 legendary dragons, blah blah blah. I don't really care. I feel like pretty much all he's gonna say is stuff we've heard before. This is the home of the Thunder Dragon, and that, of course, is Lanayru, if you couldn't tell. So, yeah, I kind of already spoiled it, but, I mean, it's whatever. I feel like this is the most well-known dragon that I just felt like kind of saying straight up. Eldin is, like, a dragon that isn't really featured within the game, so I didn't really want to mention it. And then Faron, you know, when the time comes. But everyone knows the Thunder Dragon, because you get, like I said, one of the coolest items ever. And also, I really like how he curls up into a ball when he sees the bomb explode. You know, he's afraid of bombs, I guess. I don't really know why he got so afraid. I mean, he saw us doing it, but whatever. Okay, so here we are in the Lanayru Gorge, the last section of, I believe, the Lanayru province that we can discover. So yeah, this place is huge. I mean, it had so much to it, but now we don't have to worry about anything else on the map to discover. But the gorge is actually really big, so yeah, we got quite a ways to go, and there actually is a time shift crystal that lies here, and also the dragon lies here, if you didn't know by now. So here's the thing. It's, yeah, this is all in the past. At least what was, you know, there. All of the life was in the past. And we're in the present, which is the future of the past. So, you know, things have died. I'll tell you that much. Alright, so, yeah, here we are. Lanayru Caves is behind us. Let's just go ahead and get started. This one, I want to say, is the most straightforward and easiest trial out of the 3 dragons. And I'm not saying you're going to have to do a trial and specific to learn this, but what I am saying is this is the easiest one, because after you complete this and learn the Song of Hero, like I said, the dragon has more to offer, so it's more difficult to kind of complete everything on this side than to do it in Eldin or whatever, which is Faron. That's it. That's whatever. Yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna stop talking about that. As you can tell, when you try to speak to this giant skull, you get weird yellow swirly eyes, which, I mean, who knows what that means. but it does mean something. I mean, that's actually the skeleton, the bones of the Thunder Dragon. So yeah, surprise, right? Kind of weird. Anywho, I'm gonna place this bomb, pick it up. I'm gonna wait for it to explode because I don't trust myself actually chucking it perfectly onto the top of those rocks and having it balance up there. I have a feeling it's gonna roll off, so might as well just time it well and then head to the other side. I believe in here is what? Entry to the area ahead is allowed only by permission of the Thunder Dragon Lanayru. Well, he's dead, so I'm gonna go out of my way and do this. I mean, it's kind of a giant embarrassment to the goddess if she entrusted a dragon with a part of her song and the dragon dies. It doesn't even live to tell the tale to the chosen hero. But I have no idea why, you know, Lanayru died. Actually, I do know why Lanayru died. So never mind. Let's not get into that. It does raise questions though, and it's actually really cool to think about how Lanayru is dead compared to the other two dragons. So, yeah, it definitely makes you wonder. And we'll figure it out later in this episode, so don't worry. Let's just keep going. I just really like this whole section. I don't know why the first section of the Song of Hero bugged me so much. I guess it was the imprisoned. Mainly the imprisoned is what got to me. And I think I already have these bugs, so we're good. But yeah, the imprisoned just really got to me in that episode. That and like just the heat of my room, so I was just like so irritated doing that episode and whatnot. It's weird because yeah, normally I'm pretty stubborn when it comes to games. I don't give up, and I have a lot of patience as well when it comes to certain things. And also, why isn't this moving? Oh yeah, we have to speak to this guy. Hi. Alright, so there are lots of big time shift stones here. Do you have permission from the Thunder Dragon to come like we did? We were just about to transport the time shift crystal to Master Thunder Dragon. Okay, go ahead and do it, man. Sweet. So there are many monsters. Vroom, practice extreme cut. Dude, you're dead. What? How'd you talk? He died trying to relay the message. No. He's dead, dude. He wanted to give me that message to be careful, and as he said that, he just dies because he no longer existed in that timeline. Yeah, random but hilarious how that happens. I mean, I think they should have positioned that little guy to be in a different area, maybe. I don't know, just something that makes a little more sense. For some reason, these aren't doing as much as I expected it to. For some reason, I could kill all these guys in like a hit, and also I could have maybe went for fatal blow. Let's go and kill that guy. Kill. What? You totally could not avoid that. That's unfair. I don't know. I'm calling BS. Okay, let's just go and run though. All right. I always wondered though. This is actually like something I feel like I should mention while we're doing this. This is like, yeah, the little gimmick here where you have to follow the time shift crystal and not fall off or, you know, fall behind while you fight enemies, and you kind of take it. But as I was saying, come on. Okay, you know what? Screw that. I don't know if people consider like using abbreviate. I did mention this before, but this is kind of different. Like I mentioned this in I want to say a previous video, how like people who curse and like use the word, like let's say fudging instead of the actual F word, or I don't know, stuff like that, or like I'm trying to think. Shoot, and when you're trying to say the S word, I don't know, anything like that. I'm not gonna curse obviously because I don't curse in my Let's Play videos. At least I try to refrain from it. But it's weird. I never acknowledge that I try to. A lot of people do go out of their way and tell me, oh, it's cool how you know, try not to curse, but try to like, you know, also entertain by doing that. Because a lot of YouTubers, especially reaction-based like Let's Players, I mean, what makes them really funny is when they curse. Like, just think about it, just yelling out those words tend to be funny, at least for me, because that's kind of like my sense of humor. So, yeah, but that's not something I like doing because I feel like you can also, I guess, you know, entertain without just yelling obnoxious words really loud. But let's be honest, that is pretty darn funny. Come on. Anywho, but yeah, as I was saying, I tend to not curse, but I noticed I do like to abbreviate and also use words like fudging or, you know, crap, or one that I use a lot is frick. That's it. That is the word I use way too much, and I get a lot of people who tell me, oh, you know, you're one to not curse, but then you say words like frick, and it sound like it's essentially like you're cursing, and I kind of agree. I mean, I find that weird, and I kind of agree with that, but I wouldn't say frick, because, I mean, if classic, what's his name? Classic Sammy fan or whatever. I don't even know his name. So I butchered my joke by trying to get his name right. But yeah, if Classic Sammy Sonic fan, whatever, says frick, I can say frick. That's all I know, man. I don't even know what happened to him. He was pretty good, right? No, I'm kidding. Who doesn't know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about literally a little kid who made Sonic videos who would get really irritated when someone would hate on them. Me being like the grown adult I am, 21 years old, I like to spend my my time with a bunch of friends and watch a bunch of cringy videos like that, and to me that's really funny. So that's why I know of all of the memes and the topical, I don't know what else. Oh my god, if you hit Z, it looks like he's flying because it gets like an upskirt shot of Link. Let me do that again. Whoa! What the freak? Okay, let me do that again. Woohoo! This is so cool, dude. I actually look like I'm flying. Look at that. Whoa! You guys definitely have to try that. I can't think of anything else that's more exciting, more fun, more invigorating, more amazing, more spectacular. Oh, look at that. Okay, nothing beats this jelly blob. Never mind. What a boring wad of gunk. That's what it said? What the boring wad of gunk. I think I said wad. I don't know why I said wad. I don't know why I do that. Dude, sometimes I just like, I know the word, but I look at it and for some reason I just mispronounce it in this really weird way. And it sucks because when you re-listen to someone saying a word like that, you know, they completely screw up. Yeah, it's kind of funny, but in the way of making fun of that person. That's how I see it. So it's just like, yeah, but I can never like correct myself, especially if you're trying to like get a point across and then you say like, you know, I don't know, and you just kind of screw up your word, I guess, then yeah, no one will take you seriously. That's how I see it. That's why you gotta speak firmly, you know? Alright, so is it still going? Oh, don't hit me! Okay. Let me just jump on this and then run. Okay, yeah, so you have the quicksand, you gotta be careful and whatnot, and the way I be careful is I just swing on, and now we're good. Okay. We are almost done with this nonsense, and I just want to finish it up because, you know, we got to save the Thunder Dragon, right? And we have to do all this to save it, of course, because we got to bring the time shift crystal back to the center of the gorge. Yeah, I'm just going to wait, dude. This is taking too long. It kind of, like, stops midway, which makes it really annoying. But I guess I should have kind of beat the minecart as it was coming here because, yeah, it's gonna create this electrical barrier where you're gonna have to wait for the what? It did not give me a chance to start jogging, and we have to start all the way from the beginning. Are you stinking kidding me, man? Well, not necessarily from the beginning, but I think you guys get the gist here. It's kind of lame, but luckily this time I'm gonna go ahead of the game and kind of like do this earlier. So yeah, what you were supposed to do is you're supposed to kind of like make your way around. Actually, I don't even think that'd be a smart idea because then I would most likely sink in the sand. So maybe just waiting it out would be smart. And what I mean by that is right up here there is, let's see if I can make it past. Yes, let's pick up some fruit. Let's pick up a little more fruit. Let's pick up even more fruit. All right, now I'm gonna fall in the sand, so let me, no, are you kidding me? I should have just ran backwards to actual ground. All I needed to do was pull down that lever, but I was so dumb and also too greedy. So now I have to do this for a third time. Sweet. Okay, so I'm assuming what the game wants you to do is just to wait it out until it gets to the other side, and once it does that, it's going to remove the electrical fence, so you can kind of just move around and then make it like this. There we go. Now we can pull down the switch and finish this up with, because Yeah, that was preventing us. Actually, there's even more. Holy crap. What the heck? I don't remember it being this long. I don't even really have to kill these guys. In reality, I just need to... Okay, whoa, just be careful. In reality, I just need to hit this. Okay. Please, let me hit you. Before... Yeah, it's too late. I hate having to attack these guys in this section here. It's so hard to do a vertical or a... What is it? A horizontal strike properly. I don't know why. See, I always do like a diagonal for some reason. So I just end up doing spin attacks. Are you kidding me, man? I'm not gonna fight these guys. I don't want to fight these guys. Now I have to fight more guys. No! Alright, hurry up. There we go. And rinse, repeat with him. Alright, there we go. See, these strikes weren't that bad, I guess. Alright, now I don't want to target on that. I actually want to target on the lever up here, if the game will let me do it. Thank you. Okay. I don't know why it's like so wonky with the target system, but I mean, I've had that issue before also in the Ancient Cistern. We're actually sitting on one puzzle specifically for like 15 minutes in the Ancient Cistern. All you need to do is use your whip to pull down the lever like I did in that previous room, but what you had to do was target on it so Link will actually whip in that direction because it's like upwards, and you know, look at how dumb this whipping is. Like it's not really accurate unless you're targeted on an enemy. So yeah, I remember I just for some reason could not trigger the game to... Oh my god, there's another goddess cube here. I kept saying in the last episode we collected them all. I don't know why I thought I collected the one in here. Now I know that I'm wrong, because, yeah, I remember last episode I said I was, but, you know, I always had to put that disclaimer that I might be wrong, and it wasn't the last Goddess Cube. I think it was our last Goddess Cube for good. Don't quote me on that, because, I mean, I might be wrong. Look at that. I was wrong, and it wasn't actually the freaking last Goddess Cube. But as I was saying, yeah, so that stinking Ancient Cistern puzzle took way too long to figure out, and all I need to do was stinking target on it. I don't know if that's like my fault. I want to blame it on the game, you know. I'm kidding, but by the way, every time I say I always want to blame it on the game when it comes to like motion controls, this and that, it's kind of like a joke because I constantly do blame it on the game, so that's why I say that. But I get a lot of people who take me seriously, like, oh, you can't really use that as an excuse. I'm just like, yeah, at this point it's just a joke. I don't even mean it anymore. So yeah, I just thought I'd clear that up. But we have this done with. So now all of this area has been, yeah, restored back to normal. And here is the dragon. As you can tell, from being alive, he doesn't seem that alive. He still seems pretty dead. And I lost so much HP here. Man, you lose a lot of HP in these little Song of Hero trials. I noticed every single one kind of got me pretty hurt, if you ask me. Actually, maybe not Eldin, but Pharaon for the lack of oxygen underwater, which results in losing HP. And then here, it was actually pretty tough. So yeah, I'll admit, you know, just kind of getting the minecart all the way here. But now that it is all the way here, we can now speak to this. So yeah, cough, cough. I don't really think you want to read that. I don't know, I read that, but yeah, okay. So, oh hello, I haven't had a visitor like you here in quite a while. You're a human, aren't you? You must have some reason for coming this far. What is it? Well, you know, I need to learn the next part, and I mean, you're a dragon. I hope you could teach me that. So yeah, how about I add a model number to your name like my friends have got? Maybe LD Link 16. No, I'm not like Scrapper. Also, we call Scrappers Scrapper, so why would I have a name that dumb? It's not unique. You literally put my name with a couple letters and numbers in front and behind it. So yeah, no, that's dumb, and I'm ignoring what you're saying. But yeah, hold on, didn't you say you came from the Sky Link? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. And yeah, in reality, I was just insulting this guy. Alright, so although I must apologize, you see, I cannot help you. I may have enough energy for a brief chat like this, but, well, as you can see, I'm quite ill. I'm in no shape to sing. And to think it was the goddess herself who entrusted me with this important duty, I feel the deepest shame cough. Yeah, you should, man. The goddess entrusted you to teach me this song, and you don't even have the power to do that. I wonder, wait, if you speak to him again, is he gonna give us any more info? Look at him cough. Look at this guy, man. Look at him. Oh, jeez, you freaking suck. I'm kidding. Okay, so the robots were worried about me, so they planted a seedling from the Tree of Life. The fruit of this tree is said to be able to cure any illness. We really need that here. That sounds pretty nice, you know? Like a freaking fruit to cure any illness. All right, so yeah, it's being planted and it's over there, but I mean, here's the thing. They're trying to plant a stinking Tree of Life in a desert, in a dead I mean, I guess in the past it wasn't a desert, right? But in the present, it is a desert. And the thing is, oh god, okay, I was, yeah, in a pretty bad situation there. I was about to sink. But the thing is, they planted it in the past, so you know, if I actually switch this place back to the past, it will be colorful and green and nice and all of that jazz. The thing is, it was just planted in the past. So even though the atmosphere is perfect for Tree of Life to grow here, it needs time. Now, what's an area that we can get a lot of time and actually kind of cheap out on it and not have to endure all of that time? Just kind of like place it back in time and then see how it is now? Well, yeah, there actually is an area for that, and it should be obvious once you pick up the seed what you're going to deal with it. So yeah, the Life Tree Seedling. We're going to go ahead and now look for a new place to plant it. So what are you doing with that seedling? Master Thunder Dragon needs the Fruit of Life to recover, unless you mean to help our master. Not really, man. I kind of want it for myself. Well, since you uprooted it, it's your responsibility now. He's just like, you know what? I don't even care. You took it out, so the master can't blame me if he dies without getting his fruit, so screw that. That's what he says. He did not even care, man. Imagine if I'm like, no, I want the Fruit of Life for myself. Your master is not getting it, and he's just gonna die. You know? Yeah, he doesn't care. He, as long as the seed is no longer in his hands, he's okay with that. So it's pretty messed up if you ask me. But let's go ahead and smack this so we can open up the way back. And now I can go ahead and leave, because now that we have this Seed of Life, or yeah, I don't know, actually, Seedling of Life, whatever it's called, we can plant a tree. But where are we gonna do that? I mean, if you couldn't tell by what I said earlier, I don't know why I keep like screwing up what I'm trying to say, like I'm stuttering a lot. But with what I said earlier, if you remember, it is going to be in the Faron province. And let's see, hopefully this can give me a good enough boost. Kind of wish I could like just instantly fly from one spot to another without having to get in the overworld. Like somehow it was connected, like all of the surface was connected. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, or I guess, oh, you know what would be actually really cool as well, if the checkpoints were connected to where you don't have to fly up and then re-land on another checkpoint. To me, that also seems like quite a hassle. But back to the sealed grounds it is, and yeah, we can land anywhere we want because it is no longer flooded. But obviously I want to land in the sealed grounds it is, not anywhere in the Faron Woods, because yeah, we gotta plant the seedling in the past, but not any past. Well, I mean, I guess would it be the same past? I'm actually pretty curious, because I don't know if they confirmed it, but I wonder if the time shift crystal is just as far back as one of the, like, the Gate of Time. But I don't think they ever go in specific detail on how it works and if it is or if it isn't. So who knows? Either way, we found a better environment for a tree to grow in. And that is here in the sealed grounds, because Drew's found a pretty good spot to grow a tree, but yeah, it's gonna take forever. So let's go ahead and cheat on time by heading back in time. And it's actually kind of funny, because all you do in here is you see this hole, you just click A, and you're done. That's it. The game doesn't even ask you if you want to place it. You just place it down. I mean, it does give you the little fanfare, like, hey, you solved something that is tricky. So good on you, you know? I love that fanfare. It'd be funny if like that fanfare like applied in real life. The do-do-do-do. Or I guess that's my favorite one, honestly. But oh my god, look at that tree. Yeah, it grew completely, and look at that. Only one fruit grew out of it. I'm assuming this holds the seedling, because if you look at the tip of it, it's really similar to the seedling. But yeah, we got a life tree fruit. Eating this, yeah, it's gonna cure the dragon. So we did it, guys. We now have exactly what the dragon needs, his medicine. Let's leave now and just actually head straight to him. I was gonna say go, but I said leave and it just came out as gleave. Is that a word? No. Do I care? Yes, because I'm talking about it, so yeah. Okay. Anywho, let's just go ahead and now end this off, end all of this off. I don't know how long this episode was in particular, but I feel like it was also kind of lengthy. Kind of want to focus each episode back to back, especially with the parts of the Song of Hero, because to me they seemed pretty necessary to get done with as soon as possible. Especially since it's the last like story point in the game. Now, pretty much after this, all we have left is literally, I want to say, a handful of side quests. And then that's it. The last portion of the game is up ahead. So, yeah, that is crazy to think about. This game is not that long when you really, like, think about it as well. I mean, I guess it's definitely the longest Zelda game, if you ask me, with all of its collectibles and plotline and story and cutscenes and all of that just add up, and I can't think of a Zelda game longer than this one. But if you do know what you're doing, I mean, you can clear a game this long in like 25 to 30 hours, 100%. I know you're gonna say, what? That is so long, but trust me, it is not. If each session is like 2 hours, you'll finish it in what? I guess that's 15 sessions, so maybe that's not that good. But where am I looking? Okay. Actually, that's pretty good. That's half a month to finish this game if you really wanted to, if you sat for 2 hours. Obviously, I could not do that recording-wise. I mean, that'd be ridiculous on so many levels, but mainly because my voice is not capable of speaking for 2 hours straight every single day. And yeah, still being in tip-top shape. Anywho, oh, you can see those symbols. Yo, that actually looks a lot like the Call of Duty thing. Actually, no, it doesn't. So it's supposed to be the Nayru symbol, of course, because this is Lanayru. But it reminds me of what is that? Something with the T that I want to say Call of Duty has. Okay, why am I talking about Call of Duty right now? Let's speak to the Thunder Dragon here and see what he has to offer us. So, oh Link, hello there. Is there something you need? Yes, I come to you with the peace offering. A giant fruit. It wasn't that big earlier, but somehow it grew. Look at him, he's happy. He's like, I did it. Oh my god, his eyes are so droopy. So, oh, is that what I think it is? You brought that here for me, didn't you? Yes. Alright. And into the gullet. Here you go. So, whoa, down the hatch. Oh god. Zing-a-ding-ding! Oh, you've done it, boy. I can feel the fruit's effect surging through me. It's exhilarating. I feel like a proper dragon again. We did it, man. Yay. Look at him, he's so happy. And Link is happy too, because you know what that means. Some more music. So just because I have eternal life doesn't mean I can't get mighty sick. Thanks to you, boy. This old dragon will keep charging a while yet. Or yeah, I most likely butchered. So I owe you a big thanks. So allow me to perform a moving rendition of my part of the Song of Hero. I should warn you, I got a mean set of pipes and I know how to use them. Just cleaned out those ears, boy. So brace. What the freak? So brace yourself. Dang. Okay. Well, here we go then. You learned part of the Song of Hero. Yeah, we learned the final part from the Thunder Dragon, Lanayru, and he went in, man. It was pretty good. So, Link, I owe you my life. Literally, right? Because you were dead. Okay. Anyway, so give me some time to prepare, and next time you return to visit me, I believe you will be mightily pleased. Alright, cool. Wonder what that means. But yeah, like I said before, the Thunder Dragon has more to offer than the Song of Hero. And what he means is he's going to open up a little mini-game trial sort of thing where it's literally a boss gauntlet. You can repeat all the bosses within the game, which is really cool. And you're supposed to take them on in like a random order to get yourself a legendary item. Now, yeah, one of the items you're gonna get is a final piece of heart. I'm just gonna spoil it now because we are missing literally one piece of heart, and we're done. And I'm pretty sure you get it from him. But the other item is so worth it, and it's much different than, you know, any other Zelda game. Also, I want to go ahead and try something. So let's see if this works. Let's see if the fruit actually did wonders. It did. He's not here. He's not gonna chill out, like reside in the area, but he's not dead. I'll tell you that. Now that he is okay. So, yeah. Anywho, I guess it is time to learn the rest, or to complete the Song of Hero now. So, we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching this one. Don't forget to leave a like, and let me know which dragon you like the most, and which one has, like, I guess, the best rendition of their song. Honestly, I would have to say the Thunder Dragon, mainly because he's my homeboy. You know, he's pretty cool. But I do like them all. Let me know which one's your favorite. But thanks again for watching. I've been ZeldaMaster. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!